Joe Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we're taking a look at the retro Cardback Courtney CoverGirl Krieger. Card art is what it is. Cardback is very solid. The packaging is constructed very well. File card with the multi-languages, cross-sell on the back, which I do like. And yeah, that's solid. If you watched my prior two videos this week, you know these came from Big Bad Toy Store, my personal favorite online retailer. I used to say my favorite online toy retailer, but really just my favorite online retailer in general. We're not doing any comparisons today because the original CoverGirl, this is not meant to be the original CoverGirl figure. It is also not going to be compared to the old classified CoverGirl because that one is so different as to be just a completely different character, really. These probably, because I didn't have the problem with the portrait on that other CoverGirl that a lot of people had. Like, I've seen a lot of faces in my life, and some of them, you know, if you look at the history of models, especially models in like the 80s, I think the pinched, somewhat overly voluptuous face on that first CoverGirl figure is not wrong. You may not like it, but it's not like, I don't know. It didn't bother me as much as it did some other people. Having said that, this portrait is, well, it's almost too Disney princess, but it's good. It's good. So, having no comparisons this time around, let's just take a look at the figure. It is a very nice looking portrait. I don't know, can you swap? Yeah, you can swap the hair pieces on these. So that's really good news. Really long hair. Got the AFV patch over here. It's got our little jacket. E4. Let's see what's going on here. So the painted details on that portrait are great. Lipstick, eyeshadow, all the business. Krieger armor E4, I like that. Just a little personality there. And then she's got, well, the shoulders have pretty solid ratchets. She's got a belt overlay piece that is currently hung up on the top of her trousers. We put that right down there. Not much detail on the trousers here, and I wonder, I don't think these have been used before, and I'm wondering who else they could be used for. They're not like, well, they pretty much are skin tight, but they're not without detail. Like, you can see some wrinkles and stuff here, so it does look like pants. It's not painted. Oh, and you got seams on the side. So it's not painted bare legs like Mattel does with their WWE figures. Looks good. Boots. Very unique look. I like those. I feel like I didn't love how her knees were so tight, her pants were so tight on her knees, but it looks okay on the figure. You know, oftentimes the figure looks much, much better than the renders and whatever we've seen online. The zipper, I love how they've done the zipper here, and then there's a lining to her jacket. That's a nice touch. And also the shoulder holes in the jacket are snug enough so you don't see the shirt sticking out. This figure's got a ton of character. I dig it. I don't know that I'm going to leave the smiling head on. We'll see. But I like having the option. All right, set her off to the side there. She might have a little issue standing, but comes with a battle stand. So we're going to go ahead and set her up on that. I'll play around with her a little bit and see what kind of poses I can get, but she is a little she's not quite as solid, and I guess that's just from her having such thinner limbs, but she doesn't feel quite as sturdy standing. They really need to get some thicker females in classified. They're all so petite. Like here's CoverGirl, and then here's the Televiper. Like she really is very small. Here's the other portrait, more serious face. Love the hat. I like the hat so much that that's probably, this might be the portrait for the figure actually. Let's see here. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Yeah, I think that's the look I'm going for. It just makes her stand out that much more on the shelf. She's got fists for punching, which I think is really cool. Got the Joe laser blaster, and I don't like that every single one of these is different. I wish they had gone with one. Actually, looking at the silver on hers, I wish they had done just black and silver. Like this, maybe the silver on the stock, or maybe the stock is black and just this part is silver. But I wish they had done that for all of them, and they were all the same. I don't understand why they would be personalized. She's got a wrench, blue wrench, with a little black detail there, which is interesting. And that is going to store on the back of her belt. Maybe. There we go. Hand blaster, which is sizable. I kind of appreciate the fact that she's got this larger piece. It's kind of great. And that is going in that holster. It's a large piece. I like it. And then finally the sledgehammer, which is cool, but I'm not going to use it with her. I like that we have it, and I'm sure we'll see it again. I mean, I imagine we're going to maybe get a toll booth at some point. Although, my gosh, we do not need a bridge layer vehicle. Or I don't, anyway. Not in classified. I like the way they did the different sides of this. This one's a little concave, and then this one's solid. Looks good. I'm sure there are future plans for that. So there you go. That is the, I mean, it's really, I can't even really call it an update of the original classified CoverGirl because it's so different. It really is just almost a completely different character. So it's kind of up to you on your shelf what you want each one to be. But this is undoubtedly, this portrait works better for me also because it doesn't look as Disney princess. Look, nothing against Disney princesses, all right? But I just don't know that it's totally the good look, totally the right look for a Joe character outside of the Danger Girl G.I. Joe comics, which were surprisingly good. So go check those out. So there it is, retro Cardback CoverGirl. Let me know in the comments, what are you going to do? Are you just totally throwing out the other one, which I understand. A lot of people hated that portrait. Are you tossing it? Are you going to keep them as two different characters? Are you going to have two different looks for CoverGirl? What's your plan for your shelf? Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, yo, Joe.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.